Hi everyone, very good morning. We are back here. Two new faces, Teow,
Hello.
Bryan Tang.
Hello.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to welcome these two. I won't use the word back to Huttons. For Bryan Tang, he has been in the industry for the last 22 years, and then spending about 12 years in the estate brokerage industry. Teow is a bit different. She's in her 30s. After she was with a very notable bank, spending many years there, and then she left and she went to join a big agency. I think it's Propnex, about 10 to 11 years there.
Yes.
After which she joined us early this year. Teow. Probably I will start off with you.
Okay.
Meet this lady, 12 years, started the brand, the property runway since 2017, creating video home tours, and during the COVID, one of the very first few to sell property using Facebook Live. Maybe Diana, you can start articulating about yourself.
Okay, so I've been in this industry for a really long time already, and we are always trying to look for innovative ways, best ways to help our clients. So when video marketing became something that's a bit more popular, we realized that hey, this can be very useful lah. And I think we were very lucky because when COVID happened, we were able to translate a lot of our videos to online, and we were able to help our clients sell their properties online also. So I think we were very lucky to just be on the frontage of that.
I will ask you one questions which Bryan, you can start thinking about it. You spent 10 to 11 years with Propnex. I mean, during your last 10 years there, I was told you make good income.
Yes.
A few 100,000 consistently every year.
Yes.
In certain years, you were at 800,000, 900,000 a year. You have a team, and you are now mentoring about 10 people here, and you intend to grow the team. And there are so many big estate agency around besides Huttons, and you chose to be here. What is the key reason?
Okay, so the key reason is really because I wanted my team to feel supported, and I felt that at that point of time, Huttons was initiating a lot in terms of technology, and they have a lot of good training that can help new agents as well. So I felt that this was the place for me to bring my team to, so that they can get more training, they can get more support, and of course, this whole place there's a bit of more of a family culture. So I think that really helps my new agents to really learn fast, grow fast as well, because there's a lot of support from the seniors here. Yeah.
Well, I'm not myself today. For the last 3 days, I was down with fever, cough, all the symptoms of COVID. But every day, morning to evening, I test negative. I tested negative. So far, so good. This is my third day. So forgive me on that if somehow I run away with lots of thoughts here and there.
Okay.
Over to you, Bryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Bryan started the estate industry with a developer for almost 9 to 10 years, and then after that he embarked onto a estate agency. I think the first one he went on was with Huttons for almost 9-10 years, and he left, and he was with Propnex the last 2 years 10 months.
2 years 10 months.
And then now you decide to come back, the return protege wanting to come back, and you are here. Why makes you decides to come back to Huttons?
Okay, first of all, in my industry, what is actually my work is all about project. So I actually have a lot of passion during the developer times, and also during the agency work. So what is actually I'm a project person, to be friend to everyone. So I hardly do a lot of HDB, but for project is actually like my source of income, and also my passion is that. So why I actually come back to Hutton, because since I actually started with Hutton, and there is actually have some of the agency out there last time, after I left the developer, why I choose Hutton, because Hutton is a project-based agency, and they handle a lot of projects from developers. And what I actually foresee is just suitable for me to actually come into this agency and actually maybe unleash my skill and help the ground with all the agents to actually perform their actually daily sales and also sell out the project for the agency as well. So this is actually my main aim. Secondly is in Hutton is like a big family to me. So since actually I already with Hutton for more than 10 years, I mean a lot of familiar faces, even Peggy, Mr. Low, Herman, all this is actually like my mentor to me. And they always give me a lot of advice, how to actually think out of the box, to exaggerate and improve the marketing skill of what we actually have currently now. And of course with the upcoming the evolvement of the technology, how we can actually adapt to all these technology to further extend our skill and sales for the projects.
I think candidly put across, Bryan, I know him for many years. He's one of the top leader in projects when he was with developers, and then in Huttons he was also one of the top project IC, and then subsequently he left us, and then he came back. Maybe only after he left us, then he and spent 2 years outside, then he felt that Huttons is still the best place to be back. So I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome those who are not with us, or those who have left us. For the last 1.5 years, there are many changes that we have planted on Huttons, riding on that culture that since day one Huttons was formed from the shareholder perspective, and how we move forward and how we evolve and improve our back-end systems, our enabler, our technology, our apps, and even our training. All these can be emulated. You can copy and you follow and try to be better than each other. But there's one thing significantly I want to just highlight to Diana and Bryan. That could be one of the key reasons that has made you wanting to join Huttons. It is that open culture, consultative environment, not just written in black and white that we must do this, we must do that. It is the people heart that we have gathered together, that how we formulate decisions right from the ground, then reaches the top. That consultative environment is always spoken and highlighted what we can achieve with the hearts of 80% of all the Asian voices. So togetherness, it is the word that how we have piloted and moved forward for Huttons. I welcome you two back. I think having said so much about Diana and Bryan, there's one question I like to ask you all. You have been with us since January this year, 6 months. I would take it, you just joined us probably about 2 months, 2 to 3 months, 2 to 3 months. In this period of time, how do you get into our environment after spending 10, 11 years in a very different environment? For you, could be a bit, difficult or easy, these 6 months?
Actually, surprisingly, it was much easier than expected. I think everybody was very welcoming. It was very easy to get to know all the different leaders, and they were very open to sharing their knowledge, as well as the little technical things that you need to know to get things done. On top of that, I also feel that what really impressed me was when there was this call for people to attend a meeting together with yourself and your team, to give our feedback as to what can be improved in Huttons. So I felt that even though some of us couldn't attend a meeting, our feedback was consolidated, and you actually took the time to really listen and understand what are all the different concerns, even the most basic, tiniest little improvements that we suggested. At least it was placed on the ground to discuss. So I felt that was a very nice approach to really listen to the grounds and understand what are some of the concerns, whether is it the new agents, whether is it experienced agents, or even leaders who have been in industry, young and old. Yeah. So I think
on behalf of my HQ team, thank you very much, Diana. At least our effort that we have done, and including my cameraman, those behind. I mean, we appreciate it. At least our effort has not gone down to the waste, has been reciprocated. Now, for you, Bryan, in your last 2 months, you came back. What are the difference that you have seen? From the old days Huttons and now the new Huttons.
What I can compare with last time now is actually more, open, also feedback and either improvement, like more family kind of actually culture, which actually welcome people to come back to Huttons as working as a whole of a family. And other than that, with you around, I know you also, with actually your persistent perseverance and you consistently to actually to plan and also execute a certain project in your mind, plans, all this as well. So what is actually I seeing, it will be actually a much better improvement for the upcoming as well.
Actually, what Bryan just put across is that Huttons for the last 20 years, we have our debt. Our debt are there, and what he just summarized is because we strategically we have all this debt, and it's now how we put together this debt has one team, one voice, led by me, but with the support of all my key people and all the key agency pillars, my leaders. We actually share our vision together, so that collectively one voice is how we power through.
Yes.
And we are not someone that we talk, we walk the talk. I think that is the most important. We all now knows that we need to walk the talk, and we need to get things done fast and have a plan that we move forward with. So the goals are very clear now, what we should do with the debt and what the founders has created for Huttons. This has not put us in a lost position. In fact, it has prepared us for this year and a half. For the CEO, I'm blessed. I came at the right time, where changes are more welcoming. So to me, I don't have that difficult period, because I came at a time where changes are more welcoming. And together with the ground, together with my agency leader, and I just single you out, Diana and Bryan. In fact, there are many. The last 3 months, we have many returnees and many new RES people coming on board, and others from different industry. Hear us out in the next session, which I like to talk more about it. What are those people that are coming back to join us? Where are these people from? Before that, just a bit of project information. Sky Eden by Fraser, third quarter, very, I would say, size of 150 units thereabout. What's your view on this project, Diana?
Okay, I think this project is a no-brainer because it's next to the Bedok MRT Central District, and of course there isn't, say, a lot of properties around that whole neighborhood itself. Then the range of schools in the area is also very wide, from primary school, preschool, all the way to
location. It's all about schools,
it's
parents.
really a no-brainer.
You work for your children nowadays, Bryan.
Yes.
You work. Once you get all the good school around, and this Sky Eden is by notable developer Fraser. I think it's a no-brainer project, and then with that 150 over units thereabout, it probably will be hotcakes.
Yeah.
This week, I was told we are going to have a launch on Amore Residences.
Yeah.
You are the top-notch, one of the top-notch project I see. Although you are not leading Amore now, what do you feel about Amore Residences?
There's actually been 8 years. There's no new launches in Ang Mo Kio. Everyone know, and of course, Ang Mo Kio is a central location of Singapore. It's a definitely sell-out project.
Yeah, and we are talking about there are only 300 over unit thereabout, so not a big project, and is by another reputable developer. UOL. So I'm sure this week
It
will be quite a soaring number.
Yes.
Now, Seneca, just to keep all my agents and those who are not with us, what to expect in the next Q3, you have Seneca, also another project in the east.
Yes.
Maybe Bryan, tell me, I have people coming to me looking forward on this Seneca project. So I have this just a summary slides. Is in the east, Tanah Merah. So what is the selling attributes about that project?
Okay, for Seneca, I still remember that time I was marketing Optima at Tanah Merah.
Oh, Optima, across the street.
Yes, correct. There is actually a plot of land, it's just beside the Tanah Merah MRT station. And we were queuing, okay, I think it's almost, not overnight, almost to the midnight. From the morning queue until the midnight, just to enter the show fair to place the booking. And that time was actually crowded, and I remember, based on myself, I collected more than 20 over checks.
Just one person?
One person. And that time I was fear, because one person, how to handle 20 over customers at one go. So I called my whole team to come down to help and to queue as well. And I mean, people is actually, from the surrounding, even the HDB Bedok area, all these customers come. And even my customers stay in the Bay Shore Park. They also come and visit us during 9 o'clock and buy some.
Optima was launched when?
2010.
2010? That was almost, if Seneca is going to launch somewhere in the third quarter, we haven't got much information on Seneca yet, so that's why I'm not going to show you any slides on Seneca. But why am I raising up Seneca is like what Bryan has said, those past launches all has been very well received.
Yeah.
And Seneca, I was told there will be some, it's a mixed development, there will be some retail shops, and all the retail shops now is going to be single titled, and then there's MRT. The area is very well developed, so that Seneca will also be a very well thought, well conceived project, and I'm sure the take up rate will be also on the high side. This is just to give a flavor to all the agents what to look forward. Besides preparing yourself for A Mall, after A Mall you probably will have Lentor Modern. Lentor Modern is by Coqueland, and then you move on to Eden, and then you move on to Seneca. Maybe in this queue, but very sure A Mall is this week, so take note of that. This slide has been there for a couple of minutes. We'd like to welcome all our agents. On the 5th of August, it's a Facebook Live. Our guest of honor is the full-fledged Minister Desmond Lee, Minister for National Development and Minister in charge for Social Services Integration, is going to grace this occasion. And that is where I'm going to broadcast our new vision, our new mission, and what is our new initiatives, and what have we done, and our workforce strength, and our workforce credentials, and how are we going to power towards the next milestone. My next milestone is actually by the end of this year, and then after that move on to 2023, and then subsequently 2024. Now, great plans, great vision ahead, and we need more people like yourself, Diana, Bryan, for those who wants to come back. Talk to them, talk to our leaders, or you can come to me. We are very open. More importantly, I'd like to gather an input from Diana and Bryan. Maybe I'll start off with Bryan first. If there's one thing I need to do more, please tell me. It's a very impromptu question. If I can do, there's one more thing. If I need to do more, what can I do, Bryan? Don't ask me to plug the moon and the stars. Huh? Anything that I can do now.
Continue with your passion, leadership.
I'm continuing. I'm not feeling well for the last 3 days. In fact, I was shivering. I had a Saturday workshop with my team. I was shivering inside. That's why I can be sleeping at home MCs. As long as I test myself negative, I will still make my food. But I like to hear, I mean, not on a very polite basis from you all, because it's always through feedback, constructive feedback. Then we can improve. My team and I can improve. Maybe you can still think, come to you. If there's one thing that we can do more, myself or my team, what are the things you look forward?
Okay, so definitely I acknowledge that your team has a lot of strengths, and we really love your energy as well. But I think maybe one of the key directions in the future is definitely technology.
Okay.
It's going to change the way how all of us work, how agents learn even. So I feel that as long as there's focus on that area to improve the process for us in terms of on all levels, whether we are agents, leaders, emerging leaders, or senior leaders, I think that will actually propel.
Correct.
Huttons to the
In fact,
future. Yeah.
I just want to jump gun a bit. In
Yeah.
fact, this was in my initiatives. In our initiative, which I'm going to broadcast it in Minister Desmond Lee speech collectively. That's why on Saturday, 2 days ago, I had a workshop. This was also one of the initiatives that my department head has brought forward, has a key enabler, whether it's from the transaction base, whether it's going to be a consumer app, and also be an agent's apps, and you address the needs of all those new agents that join us, and also infotainment apps where people can get on board to know what are the relevant information that they can gather. So it's an all-in-one apps. As at now, we have 3 apps playing all this part. We are also trying to put everything together. And also because we cannot rest on our laurels. Like I said, apps and trainings, people can emulate and copy and do better. It's just that I already have a team, and my team is growing, and we are at all angles looking into it. In fact, we are also looking at a new website, interactive website that Huttons. We are preparing that, and hopefully we can get this done by end of this year, together with the new apps that will address you. But again, what we address your needs now, in the next half year or the next 3 months, things will change. So it's a continued actions that Huttons are putting the focus on. And the other part that I want to add on, always want to add on, is training. We are powering our training together with my agency leaders. They have their own in-house training, and we are putting up a new syllabus, the induction course, the new rookie course, and even for those people who are experienced, we are actually putting what we call an upgrading course, that we put all the knowledge together, because informations are very rapid, fast and furious. So we are putting a lot of things together, but in a very succinct way. We are not crowding information and just upload and the bulk to you, and that you get, over flooded. So we are pulling in all the succinct, vital information that you need to know. Okay, Bryan, come. What do I need to do for you more? Besides the passion, I still have the passion. My team still have the energy.
Team building.
Team building, yes. Now, team building, look forward. We are going to have our, after the COVID-19, we are going to have our dinner and dance coming, and it's going to be a big one. Unfortunately, location-wise, we can't have a big location that can accommodate thousands of people. So it will be a first-come, first-served basis before Chinese New Year. We'll let go more news to you very soon. The other one will be, of course, is through HQ pilot or through their leaders. They will have their mini team building, and it's going to happen. That one I assure you. Probably in another 1-2 months, you'll see something forthcoming. Other than that, because we're in the people industry, team building is just a motherhood word. Every day we are team building. To be honest, when you come to the office, whether you and me, 2 of us, we are team building. Together with 4 people, we gather for a quick lunch, and we move along and talk. We are all in team building sessions. Okay, on that note, this is not about selling, but to address your questions. We have these apps, and we have this recruitment package. Or when you get to know us, and you will be surprised, our training, our apps are on par with all big agencies, if not better. Check it out yourself. Join us. Using it, witness it, through the journey with us, you will not regret. Now, put us back to the front page. At least the audience can see the full figure of us. This is Mark, your captain in Huttons.
Right.
Diana, the 6 months with Huttons, and she's enjoying the journey. Our protege returned,
Right.
2 months with us, have saw a significant changes. Bryan Tang, Teow, Mark Yip, signing off with you. See you soon. back in Huttons to many more outside. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.